Your grand debut into existence starts buried under a suffocating pile of sand. You're a LeatherBack Sea Turtle hatchling, and the first challenge of your life is digging out. You claw your way up, using your tiny flippers like spatulas to scoop and push through the gritty, suffocating prison, emerging into the chaos of a moonlit beach. Your siblings surface around you, but there's no time for family introductions. You've got bigger problems right now, like the fact that every beach bird just got a notification that dinner's ready. Instinct takes over. Your entire survival strategy consists of one simple task: follow the brightest horizon, which worked perfectly fine for millions of years until humans turned every coast into Times Square. This dazzling display tricks a few of your siblings into running in the opposite direction. Rest in peace, guys. The rest of you head in the right direction, toward those moonlit waves, crawling with all your might. Then suddenly, your siblings are being snatched one by one. Let's hope it's not your turn yet. You keep crawling, completely ignoring the carnage happening behind you, your full focus on those waves shimmering under the moonlight. After a few grueling minutes, you finally find yourself in front of those waves that once seemed like an impossible dream. With one final push, you throw yourself into the cold water. What a feeling. One of accomplishment and safety. Or maybe you should reconsider the word safety. You've just entered the world's largest buffet, and plot twist, you're on the menu. What's that? A fish? Oh, it's a barracuda, and it's looking right at you. You dive instinctively, your soft, flexible shell letting you maneuver like a pro. Wait, it's changed its mind and gone back to snatch up your siblings who just entered the water. Oh, look over there. Other fish are joining the party. Things are starting to get worse. You dive deeper into the depths to escape the chaos near the surface. You're barely a few hours old, and you've already survived what most hatchlings don't. Nice work. Now begins the lost years. You're drifting in the open ocean, chilling in patches of floating seaweed called sargassum. It's like your personal snack bar and hideout. You're munching on jellyfish and plankton, growing stronger every day. Occasionally, you return closer to the surface to breathe or bask in floating seaweed. You see, as a sea turtle, you're an air-breathing reptile with lungs, so surfacing's non-negotiable. Luckily, your respiratory system's a marvel of efficiency. You can exhale and inhale in mere seconds, replenishing oxygen stores for your next dive. Foraging and swimming keeps you submerged for up to 40 minutes, but if you're resting, you can stay down for hours. And when the timer runs out, you'll need to return to the surface again to refill your air supply. The moment your head breaks the surface, you hear it. A high-pitched screech. You look up, and there it is, a frigate bird, its wings cutting through the sky like a fighter jet. Your heart skips a beat. Okay, turtles don't do that, but you get the idea. The bird swoops, its beak barely missing your shell as you plunge beneath the waves. That was close. I forgot to mention that you can plunge over 3,000 feet into the abyss, far beyond the reach of most predators. Not bad for a creature that started out smaller than a ping-pong ball. Oh, I guess deep diving doesn't solve all your problems. You veer left then right, zigzagging like an underwater Formula One car. The shark gives chase, but you've got stamina for days. You spot a jagged coral reef ahead and dart into its maze-like structure. The narrow passages and sharp turns are a nightmare for the shark to navigate. It tries to follow you, but quickly gives up and swims off, probably to bother some other unfortunate creature. You wait until the coast is clear, then cautiously slip out, grateful for the natural fortress that saved your life. Okay, time to hunt for some food. Turns out those transparent pulsing things aren't just ocean disco lights. They're the tastiest snack you'll ever try, and lucky for you, they're practically everywhere. Your jaws are built to handle their stinging tentacles, but there's a downside. Floating plastic bags look an awful lot like jellyfish, and eating one could be your last mistake. Do you remember that time when you saw a fellow juvenile go for what seemed like lunch only to choke? Since then, you've been inspecting everything before eating it, knowing that any misjudgment could be the end of your life. I really wonder why humans bother making fake jellyfish. You spent these early years drifting thousands of kilometers across the open ocean, far from any shore. Your navigation relied entirely on ocean currents, those natural freeways that made movement effortless, each offering its own distinct flavor of adventure. A low-energy journey with no clear destination, just the endless rhythm of the sea. After 16 years, you finally outgrew the aimlessness. Adulthood arrived, bringing with it 2 meters of length, a weight somewhere between 880 and 1,100 pounds, and a sharpened instinct. You begin to feel a pull towards something new, a primal urge, the kind that said it was time to find a mate. So you set off again, this time with a clear destination in mind. You aimed for the shallows, a place avoided for years but now essential. These waters held the only thing you sought, mature females. When you arrived, you staked your claim, settling in and waiting for the appearance of a partner. Hours turned into days with no sign of what you hoped for. Oh, look over there. Seems like you're not the only one looking for a partner here. The competition's starting to pile up. More and more males showing up, but not a single trace of a female yet. Better start training now, because when the female finally shows up, the competition's guaranteed to be brutal. Weeks pass, and there she is. A massive female leatherback, probably pushing 1,200 pounds, getting ready for her nesting run. But hold up, hotshot. They spotted her too. Time for some underwater UFC. First up is the dominance display. You arch your neck, raise your head high above the water, trying to look bigger than you actually are. The other males do the same, and suddenly everyone's bobbing around like those drinking bird toys. Real majestic stuff here. Oh, look. One of the younger males makes his move toward the female. You slam your shell against his side. He backs off, but the biggest male in the group charges you. Now it's getting serious. You both rear up in the water, face to face, trying to push each other down. These powerful front flippers are not just for swimming anymore. They're slapping, shoving, and sometimes even biting. The female's just watching this whole circus while munching on some jellyfish. Sometimes these battles can go on for hours. It's all about endurance, who can keep fighting the longest. Your streamlined body gives you an edge of maneuverability, letting you dodge and weave like Muhammad Ali in scuba gear. Oh, watch out. Another male just tried to sneak up behind you. You spin around and give him the old shell check. That's gonna leave a mark. Finally, the other males back off. Victory's yours. Well, assuming the female's interested. Because here's the thing they don't tell you in turtle school. Winning the fight doesn't guarantee you get the girl. Sometimes she takes one look at your battle-worn self and just swims away. Talk about a tough crowd. But when it works out, you attach yourself to her shell with your specialized claws like nature's suction cups, and the two of you dive deeper into the water for some privacy. The whole thing might last several hours. Hope you've been working on that cardio. When you're done, you head off to find another female to mate with. It's exhausting work, but persistence is key to keeping the species alive. By the end of the mating season, you're sporting a fresh set of scars and a few frayed fins. As a male, you return to your bachelor lifestyle, filled with light jellyfish snacks and deep-sea escapades. As a female, however, it's time to hit the beach, carrying a collection of sperm from various males. Oh, you've arrived. It's been 20 years since you last set foot here, or rather, flipper. You've deliberately come back to the very spot where you were born. Why? Because buried deep in your brain is a natural compass that reads Earth's magnetic field like a high-tech GPS. You can sense both the intensity and the angle of the fields, giving you a perfect map of your location. It's like having an ancient evolution-designed coordinate system that leads you right back to the beach where you first hatched. You begin the crawl. It's grueling, but that's fine. You inch away from the waves for what feels like miles before digging into the sand. 100 eggs drop into the hole, each carrying the genetic contributions of different fathers. Carefully cover them and... what's that blinding light? Oh, great. Tourists with cameras. No autographs, please. You're a bit preoccupied at the moment. Okay, time to return to the water for some well-earned rest. Your initial sperm reserves still hold enough to fertilize 7 more clutches of eggs. That means 7 more nesting sessions. Incredible. You're a literal mobile egg factory. Between nesting sessions, spaced out over 8 to 12 days, you hang out in the coastal waters. It's warmer here than out in the open ocean, but no sweat, literally. With your built-in thermostat, you're a temperature-regulated champ, keeping things perfectly balanced no matter what the environment throws at you. After the chaos of mating season, you head back to the open ocean, your true home and hunting ground. The water stretches endlessly before you, the currents swerving as your highways as you search for your favorite snack. But you're not just indulging your appetite. You're playing a vital role in the ecosystem. By keeping jellyfish populations in check, you help maintain the ocean's delicate balance. You're not just a traveler of the seas. You're its quiet, uncelebrated hero. By now, you've lived longer than most sea turtles. Decades of migration, mating, and survival against all odds. Oh, look there. The jellies seem more clustered than usual. Almost too perfectly grouped. Something feels different. Who cares? Free food's free food. You swim closer. Oh, wait. Thin strands brush up against your flipper. No big deal, probably just some seaweed. You push forward following those tempting jellies, when suddenly the net tightens. You try to back up, but the more you struggle, the tighter it gets. Your powerful flippers, the ones that have carried you across entire oceans, are now tangled in this invisible web. Each movement only makes things worse. Your lungs start burning. Unlike those casual dives where you can hold your breath for 85 minutes, panic's making you burn through oxygen faster. The surface is right there, maybe 30 feet up, but it might as well be a mile. The net won't let you reach it. The burning in your lungs gets worse. Your vision starts to blur. Is this really how it ends? Not from old age, not from predators, but from these invisible lines in the water? The ocean grows darker and quieter. You struggle to take your last breaths until everything fades away. Hours later, the fishing crew finds your lifeless body tangled in their net along with their targeted catch. They curse the useless extra weight, toss you back into the ocean, and move on with their day. Just another day at sea for them. Oh, look, many of your kin meet the same fate here. I really wonder who will keep the jellyfish population in check once humanity's reckless actions drive your kind closer to extinction. And to think, you could have cruised the ocean for another 40 years. Instead, humanity's carelessness has made old age a concept your kind rarely gets to entertain.